Hello friends and neighbors, welcome to the Blind Piper channel. I am the Blind Piper. I appreciate you tuning in today. Feels like it's been a long time since we've seen each other. Before we get started, if you did not see my short video the other day, this is the newest pipe in my collection. Hopefully you can see that all right. If you can't, I encourage you to go look at the little short video I did on it the other day. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a Cobb collaboration between the Country Squire tobacconist in Jackson, Mississippi, and Missouri Meerschaum. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me show you the stem here. Hopefully you can see that all right. Look at that stem. This thing is gorgeous. I love this thing. These came out a few months ago, and I was wanting one really bad, and I didn't pull the trigger on it, and it got away from me. They sold out pretty quick. But a couple weeks ago, let's see, whenever it was, a couple weeks ago, I got an email one Friday that they were back in stock, and I pulled the trigger, and I'm glad I did. This is a beautiful little Cobb, and on my second time smoking it, but so far it smokes really well. I love this little brass ring in here. It goes really good with this stem. This thing, it's just cool. Mrs. Piper does not like my Country Gentleman. She says it's just ugly. But when I pulled this thing out the other day, she said that is beautiful. But Savinelli has they call this Bing's favorite. Savinelli has a Bing's favorite that they do that is a similar, obviously not a Cobb, but it has a similar on the style of the stem and everything. And I've really been wanting to buy that, and for some reason I just never pull the trigger on it. But now that I got this one in hand and see the size and I love the length of this stem. I don't know what it is about it, but I like it. This has made me really want to buy the Savinelli version of it. I actually don't own any Savinelli pipes, so it would be my first one if I do. But yeah, if you're not familiar with the Country Squire, like I said, they have some wonderful house tobacco blends, and are super great people down there, Jackson, Mississippi. So there's a couple of their blends that are a couple of my favorites that I really enjoy. But I highly recommend you checking them out. I apologize for the noise in here. It's been storming here in Kentucky today. We had a tornado watch out earlier, and I think that expired. But we had a pretty good storm roll through earlier. I was trying to make a video, and my neighbor decided to get out and try to cut the yard before the storms hit, and just too much noise going on, so I didn't do that. But now it's raining again. And today in this here nice, pretty little Cobb, we have just some old school velvet. So I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen each other. It has been a crazy past few weeks between trying to get ready for the wedding coming up in July, early July. Most of the big stuff's already done. It's just, little detail stuff we're trying to work out. But it's always something, trying to plan for all that. One thing I need to do is I need to get on the horn real quick, and old Blue back here is going to be at the wedding. That's what we're going to ride off in. And she's got a transmission leak pretty bad. I need to get on the horn and get that fixed. Back last summer, put a new transmission pan gasket in it, thinking that's what the problem was. Really thought that's what the problem was. It was leaking real bad, and it all the way around the transmission pan, it was wet real bad, and so that's what we thought it was. Well, come to find out, it's not the transmission pan. Pretty certain it's not. I'm not gonna rule it out 100%, but I think it's the modulator valve that might be leaking. It is very possible that somehow that gasket got pinched or something, and it's still leaking, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I got a guy that's gonna take a look at it for me. Hopefully he can get it in pretty soon. But yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I was a unfortunate victim of AT&T's what they refer to as an outage. Back was a couple months ago. Apparently, it was a data breach, not an outage. Somebody got a hold of my debit card and all my personal information, and decided they was gonna go shopping at the what's that thing called? Fancy stuff. Versace. They decided they was gonna go shopping at the Versace store online or something. So had to get all that taken care of. Finally got my money back out of that, and new debit card and all that mess. And we got signed up for the LifeLock stuff now to monitor everything. Speaking of which, the LifeLock can also monitor my YouTube channel to monitor a bunch of idiots out there that try to hack into your stuff and everything. I didn't know that LifeLock can do all that, but apparently they can. I like this velvet. It's some unique blend of flavors. I'm not a licorice fan at all, but it's got a little bit of a licorice note in it, but it blends well with the other flavors. And it seems to burn pretty well. I like it. Mrs. Piper don't care for the smell of it too much. I smoked it in the house one day. I had the window open one evening. It was nice weather, and in the house, there's a window sitting pretty much right next to my recliner, and so I fired up some velvet in there, and she said, "Oh Lord, what is that?" I said, "It's velvet." She said, "Well, take it outside." Smoked me a pork butt. Yesterday I went down to my dad's. My dad lives about 2 hours away, and if I've mentioned before, if you haven't seen my dad, his 80th birthday, we had an 80th birthday party for him yesterday, and he has Parkinson's and dementia because of the Parkinson's, and it's pretty advanced. And we had a surprise 80th birthday party for him, and it was really nice. Unfortunately, it'll probably be the last birthday party that we can do for him. He gets a lot of confusion, and sometimes has, especially in what this, a group of people would be considered kind of a high stress situation for him, and it can kind of cause things to escalate with his confusion. But it was nice yesterday. He had a really good day. He didn't seem to be confused. He was very happy, excited, surprised. I really thought he'd be sitting in a chair and people just be walking up to him and talking to him. And every time I turned around, he was working the room. He was walking around talking to everybody and hugging on people and everything. And it was really nice to see. He seemed to really enjoy it, and he has such a support, so much support out of people from his church. We had the party at their church, in my dad and stepmom's church, and there were so many people from the church there. My dad's in a Parkinson's boxing group at a gym, and there was a bunch of his friends there from the gym. My uncle had come up from South Tennessee. Actually, my uncle lives down in Muletown in Columbia, Tennessee, and my aunt and uncle came up to visit to see him, and some of my stepmom's family, and it was probably 30, 40 people there. It was a really nice turnout, and I really enjoyed it. But it was so nice to see him have a really good day. And like I said, it's more than likely the last time we'll be able to get everybody together for a party like that for him, where he is mentally able to comprehend what's going on. And but it was really nice. We were going to come back today, but with all the storms moving in, we decided to go ahead and come back last night. And I got home about 11 o'clock last night. I put a pork butt on the smoker and just pulled it off a little bit ago. And I tell you what, I think it's the best pork butt I've ever done. looking forward to eating on some of that later, and tomorrow I just gave a bunch of it to the neighbors. We are extremely blessed to have the neighbors that we have. Um, I don't know if I've ever mentioned before, but Mrs. Piper is also visually impaired. Her vision is quite a bit better than mine, but it is still to the point where she can't legally obtain a driver's license. She is totally blind in one eye. Well, she has a prosthetic in one eye, and then her other eye, she has pretty decent vision, but like I said, it's not good enough for driving. But my stepsister drove us halfway home yesterday evening, and our neighbors actually met us and brought us the rest of the way back, which was extremely nice of them. And it's still hard for me to grasp. I hate asking people for help, and our neighbors are always willing to help. They're both retired, and they're always willing to help us out, and it's just really strange to me. I know I just need to accept it, but like I said, I hate asking people for help, and the fact that they're so quick to volunteer and genuinely actually enjoy helping us out, and especially when it comes to transportation and stuff. But it's like I said, it's a blessing that we have the neighbors that we have, and we don't do near enough for them. They deserve so much more than what we do for them. But they are just wonderful people. When we bought this house, we had no idea that we would end up living next door to people like that. I was actually, the worst thing about buying a house is, to me, is you move in and you're stuck with your neighbors. You don't know what kind of neighbors you're gonna have, and once you're in, you're stuck with them. I know that sounds bad, but I had no idea that we would be blessed with the neighbors that we were blessed with. It's a blessing for sure. It was meant to be. This thing smokes really well. Oh, update. Last video I done, I think it was the last video I done. I had mentioned that a friend of mine was getting ready to have a heart and kidney transplant, and I've been meaning to come back and give an update on that. The day after Mother's Day, he received word that, well, he received word on Mother's Day that he was going to get a heart and a kidney. And the day after Mother's Day, they did the heart transplant that afternoon. And then that Tuesday morning, they went in and done the kidney. Both surgeries went extremely well, better than they expected. They said they put the heart in, and they said soon as they hooked the blood flow up to the heart, they didn't have to jump start it or nothing. They said it just immediately just started beating. So that was so good to hear. Ran into a little small issue with a blood clot in his arm, but from what I understand, it's kind of a common thing to happen. And so they were aggressively treating and monitoring that, and I think they got all that under control. But last update I heard on him, things are going good. He was up out of the bed the other day, sitting in a chair. They wanted to get him up walking, but things were just, he was still too groggy for all that, and then the blood clot situation. But he has been awake some, but haven't heard from his wife recently. So I'm assuming right now, good. No news is good news, and but everything seems to be going really well. So I'm so happy for him. But he still needs all the prayers he can get. Like I said, I mentioned before, he's 54 years old, and he's got a grandson and got another well, I don't know if it's a grandson. He's got another grandkid due in November. So really excited for him. And his grandson is 2 now, I believe, 2. He might be going on 3 now, but that's his world. And I'm just glad that he's gonna stick around to see a little peanut, as he calls him, little peanut grow up. God is great. Oh man, I was gonna show y'all. I might put a little picture or something up of it. I think I left it in the house. Mrs. Piper has gotten on this tea kick lately of trying different teas and stuff. And a coworker of hers got her to try these new teas. Well, new to her, and they come in these little bitty little can jars. And she thought of me. She said when she saw them, she said these would be perfect for you. She said you could put tobacco in these and it just throw it in your pocket. And like yesterday, I went down to my dad's, and I took a pipe with me, but I just packed a bowl and just put everything in my little carrying pouch. And I just took the one bowl, and I didn't know how much time I'd have to, really smoke a pipe. But if you're going somewhere for a whole day, you might pack a bowl and then want to take an extra bowl or something with you. And it's just a little bitty can with a little screw-on lid, and it's about enough for a bowl for a. Oh, these cobs have maybe a little bit larger bowl than average, probably. I really don't know. It's about average, I guess. It's thicker. It might fit a little bit more than average, but anyway. It's just about the perfect size just for a little pocket jar. But yeah, I'll take a picture or something and post it on the YouTube thing here and show you. I can't even remember the name of the tea brands, and I can't read it on the bottoms. So it'd probably be better if I post that for you later anyway. I don't drink tea, but I will definitely recycle them little cans for a couple pocket jars. Supposed to get some more storms here in a little bit, I think. I don't know if they're going to be as bad as they thought they was, but yeah, it got pretty rough coming through here earlier. And I heard from Paladin Piper. He's doing okay. He lives on the pretty much the opposite end of town that I do. And he texted me earlier to check up on us, and which was very nice of him to do. And he said that they're doing good over in their end of town too. But some areas in town got hit pretty hard. I am hoping to this week. I haven't forgot. I did a video a couple weeks ago of my vision story, part one. I have not forgot about part two. I just have not had time to make one yet. The continuation, part two. And I plan on hopefully getting that out sometime this week. As of right now, I don't have any wood to knock on right here, but as of right now, it looks like this week is not too crazy. We'll hope it stays that way. So hopefully I can get that made for you. And if you haven't watched the Vision Story Part 1, please go watch that. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy it enough to watch Part 2. There we go. Somebody asked me the other day why I always use this I guess you wouldn't even really say it's a tamper, it's a check tool, I guess you'd say, but somebody asked me the other day why I always use this same one in all my videos, and truth be told, I only have two of these. I mean, I have a butane lighter that has a built-in one, but I have another one that I do use on occasions, but I don't know why. This is just a little cheap, just three-piece, just a little cheap, ordinary three-piece check tool. And I honestly don't have an answer of why I always use the same one. Like I said, I only got two, but I don't know. For some reason, I like this one, and that's just seems to be what I use. No particular reason. Good stuff, good stuff. I was going to do this video out on the back porch, and the wind just happened to be kind of blowing the rain up on the porch, and I figured I'd go ahead and bring it out here where it's dry. I've been doing a little thinking lately, and it involves doing a little changing of the channel. Not in a bad way, at least in my opinion, it's not a bad way. I'm hoping that other people will agree, but I'll get more into that on another video. One thing I said when I started this channel is I've always been the kind of person that I just try to be myself, and I don't like to go with fads and trends and all that. I like to just be myself. And one thing I said when I started this YouTube channel was I don't want to try to be like anybody else and do what everybody else is doing. I want to make this channel unique to me, and that's what I intend to do with it. And I'm not going to do a follow the leader kind of content thing with this channel. And I guess simply put, it's my channel, and I'm going to do what I want with it, I guess. And I just hope that people like what I put out. And so I've been thinking about making some minor changes to the channel. And like I said, I'll get more into that in another video. But it's not a bad thing. At least I hope you don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, I think it's a great thing for the channel. And knowing a lot of the viewers that I have, I think they will agree as well. I know a lot of my viewers, we have similar interest. But I've already made this video too long, like always. And I reckon that's about all I got for now. I'm probably head back in here to the house and for a minute and just kind of eyeball what the weather is planning on doing the rest of the day. And I might even eat some of this pulled pork I already made. I tried some of it earlier, and like I said, I already gave some to the neighbors, and it is some good stuff. So I might snack on a little bit of that and check out what the weather's going to do, and go from there. But anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully we can get back to semi-regular putting out content. I've got a couple video ideas floating around that I'd like to get out soon, and hopefully we can get time to do that. Obviously when the wedding's done and everything, I know things will slow down a little bit, but it's summertime. Things always get a little busy around, summertime. Whether it's yard work or whatever else you might got going on. But hopefully we can get back to putting more videos out more regularly for you. Anyway, I guess until then, I wish blessings for all and lots of luck to you and yours.